14 days after the passage of Category 5 hurricane, I'm pleased to share that we have restored service to 300,000 customers. That brings us to more than 64% of our customers now with power. This is a solid milestone given the scale of destruction that we have all seen. I had an opportunity firsthand this weekend to go to the western region, and let me tell you, it's a different thing when you see it in person than when you see it from a helicopter. It's truly a devastation, and our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to the communities, the families, and the loved ones who have been significantly impacted. We here at JPS stand committed to restore power as safely and as quickly as possible. And we continue to partner with local contractors and overseas contractors to help to facilitate that restoration. You may have recalled that I shared that prior to the hurricane, we brought in 71 overseas line workers. I'm pleased to share that since the passage of the hurricane, we have brought in additionally more than 200 line workers to help with the safe and timely restoration. In addition to that, we have also bringing in additional vehicles, bucket trucks, pole digging trucks that are expected to be here by this weekend. This will also be a key resource to help in expediting our restoration activities safely and timely. We're making steady progress in the eastern and central parishes. More than 95% of customers in St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, and St. Catherine are already restored. And right now, we are working on the unique challenges of various customers to facilitate restoration. The good news is there is no widespread community in these areas that are currently impacted. We are also making steady progress in the parishes of Clarendon, Manchester, Portland, St. Mary, and St. Anne, restoring critical services, including hospitals, water pumps, town centers, and key economic zones. We heard the minister shared that we are now in St. Anne. We were able to restore power to St. Anne's Bay Hospital. We were able to restore power to Ocherius Pier, to Duns River, to Ocherius Town, and also to the infirmary in Prairie. This strategic restoration is not by chance, it's intentional and aligns with our overall restoration strategy. Now, attacking the hardest hit areas in the western Jamaica is a challenge, however, we're on it. Because of the extent of the devastation in the western parishes, this is much more than repair and restore. It's a redesign and rebuild of our facilities. We have seen whereby landslides have caused poles and other infrastructure to be significantly damaged, and frankly, we have to now reroute some of our facilities and redesign to facilitate restoration. The good news is we're making progress. Our strategy is to first restore critical services like hospitals and water pumps and town centers in these key economic zones. Within the next 2 weeks, power will be in Hanover and Westmoreland. I heard Minister Mackenzie refer to what he's seen in Falmouth and Trelawney. Minister Mackenzie, this week, power will be in Trelawney. We will have power in Falmouth Town, Falmouth Hospital, and also the pier, whereby we're supporting the return of cruise ships to that particular pier. We are already in the parish of St. Elizabeth, having restored Junction and Southfield and some nearby communities. We did this by doing some creative things on the distribution system to facilitate St. Elizabeth being supplied from Manchester. There is, however, a limitation to that, as we have built out in St. Elizabeth to a stage now whereby to go further, we would need the critical high voltage transmission to be restored. That has been significantly damaged. However, we continue to work that. We are already in St. James, as you heard mentioned. Service was restored earlier this week to Cornwall Regional Hospital. We have also restored some significant NWC pumps in the parish of St. James. The Catherine Mount and the Reading NWC pumps are now in service. We have also restored the Fairview Shopping Center and the Fairview community in St. James, so those people now are seeing the light. As of today, we heard whereby we restored the airport. The good news is also, by the end of today, we restore power to the Freeport in St. James, bringing power to the BPOs and stimulating the economic activity in that particular parish. Thank you, Minister. Another good news to share. Since we have been here this morning, power has also been restored to the hip strip in St. James. We know that those without electricity is asking the question, how soon will I be restored? I understand the inconvenience when there is no power. Some of our very workers here at JPS are part of the very communities that are significantly impacted. So I understand it. I get it. But be reassured that we are committed to be steadfast and strategic in our restoration activities. We are making progress in advancing our damage assessments. Frankly, some communities, we had limited or restricted access. That is now improving, so we'll only make greater progress with our damage assessments. As we make greater progress with our damage assessments, by the end of this week, I will be giving you more detailed updates in terms of restoration timelines and parishes and communities. My fellow Jamaicans, let me reassure you that JPS will not stop until we restore every community, every customer, and every business at this moment in time. Our teams are working 24/7, 7 days a week, under challenging conditions, frankly, in rain, mud, to safely and timely restore our customers. To our customers, to our partners, to the people of Jamaica, thank you for standing with us at this unprecedented time. Together, we are building back a stronger Jamaica. Thank you very much.
The Jamaica Public Service Company had restored electricity to approximately 686,000 households and businesses island-wide that were affected by Hurricane Melissa on October 28th. According to Minister of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications, Han Darrell Vaz, this figure represents approximately 67% of the JPS's customer base. He further noted that 77% of major and private hospitals have also had their power restored. The minister provided the update during a special press briefing on Hurricane Melissa recovery efforts at Jamaica House on Thursday. Meanwhile, Mr. Vaz reported that the telecommunications sector is also progressing in its restoration efforts, with Digicel indicating that 60% of its mobile network has been restored. Current focus is now on Hanover, where teams are working to improve performance, and in St. Anne's Bay, Runaway Bay, and Discovery Bay, where crews are rebuilding and strengthening network connections, he said. Mr. Vaz noted that 8 sites are scheduled for rebuilding within the next 2 weeks. He added that technicians are currently realigning microwave antennas to restore traffic routing from Negro, a process expected to be completed within 2 to 3 days. The minister further advised that Starlink backhaul internet service installations are ongoing, with plans underway to redeploy a connection point in North Trelawney to strengthen reconnection efforts. However, the deployment of a mobile site in Wait a Bit, Trelawney, remains on hold pending landlord clearance. Meanwhile, Flow has reported continued improvement in both fixed and mobile services. Approximately 75% of fixed sites are now operational, as commercial power stabilizes across more areas. As of Wednesday, a total of 67 additional network nodes had been restored, bringing fixed customer connectivity to 53% island-wide. Restoration has been strengthened along key corridors, including Port Antonio to Montego Bay, Mandeville to Santa Cruz, and Port Antonio to Morant Bay, Mr. Vaz outlined. He indicated that additional work is ongoing along the Ocho Rios to Spanish Town, Falmouth, Montego Bay, Mandeville, and May Pen routes to expand access and improve network stability. On the mobile sites, 58% are back online, representing approximately 90% of pre-hurricane mobile traffic, the minister said. Mr. Vaz added that service has been restored in several affected communities, including Darlaston and Little London in Westmoreland, Bonnygate and Charlestown in St. Mary, Boston Bay in Portland, Kelletts, Croftshill, and New Bowen in Clarendon, and Prattville in Manchester.
Get me wash way.